What's up, everyone? This is Mike with True Outlaw Consulting. And in this video, I am going to tell my story because I've been advised by expert secrets that I should have a story. And I should open myself up to people because one day I want to become a coach. And in order to become a coach, you need to let everybody know your story and tell them about your journey. Well, my story actually began, let's see how far back I want to go. Let's start with my move to Atlanta. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee, and I work at FedEx. Now, I had a background in several businesses because when I got out of the military in 1989, I had a basketball character called Street Dunker. And then later on, the M1 character came out and took off, and that kind of threw us off because we actually came out before they did, and they came out and got big very quick. But that didn't deter me or my two business partners. So we put together a plan, got some investors, and took our concept to Las Vegas, and had an opportunity to really go big. But we made some mistakes, and that didn't come to fruition. So after that failure, the corporation fell apart, and we moved on. So I continued to work at FedEx up until 3 years ago when like I said, before that, I tried a lot of different things there in Memphis to succeed with business. I tried screen printing. I worked with my dad and his recycling company. I tried a lot of different things, and I just couldn't seem to get ahead there. So I needed to make a change because to me, it's just the environment just wasn't right for what I was trying to do. So I had to do some reevaluation. And I sat down and thought about it long and hard. At that time, I had just gotten remarried to my wife, who also was business orientated. So we sat down and decided to make a move because she wasn't happy with what she was at, and I wasn't happy where I was. So I left a job that I was on for like 26 years, and decided to make a move. Now I could have waited for a while to get a new position in Atlanta because I always wanted to move to Atlanta. I could have waited a while to get a new position, but I was just, something was in me was saying, you need to make that move now. So I took a demotion, cut and pay, just to move earlier because I just felt it was time for me to go. I felt my opportunities were better in Atlanta. So I get to Atlanta, and for a while, me and my new wife stays with my previous wife's mother, my ex-mother-in-law. I'll tell you that story later. But because I was the type of person I was, there was no animosity between me and my ex-wife and my ex mother-in-law. So me and my new wife were able to stay there. So but the fact that she couldn't find a job when she first got there, and my hours got cut drastically because I was working part-time. So it got to the point where I wasn't able to pay her rent anymore. So I said, okay, if I was a landlord, I wouldn't want a deadbeat. So I don't want to be a deadbeat. So me and my wife made the decision that told my wife to go spend some time with her grandmother, and in Starkville, Mississippi, and I would stay here in Atlanta. I was just live in the car, stay at work double shift, and get it going again. So that's what we decided to do. So she went back to Mississippi because she had always been wanting to spend time with her grandmother, who had been stricken with Alzheimer's anyway. So she actually got what she had been asking for, what she'd been praying for. And I wanted to stay here and make this thing work. So I started, once she left, I was doing some internet stuff, and I was also getting into real estate and still trying to do my clothing line with the Street Dunker. So I was trying to bring that back at the time. So during the time she was gone, I started discovering real estate. I joined the local started going to real estate meetings. Excuse me. And real estate was something I knew was powerful anyway because all the books I read, I was reading a lot of books. And all the books that I read, most of the people had made their wealth through real estate. Businesses or either real estate. So I started jumping to real estate. And since I was just living in my car anyway, I was just working double shifts and living in my car. So I had developed a schedule where if I wasn't at work, I was studying, and I was going to the coffee shops with my laptop. And I had bought a laptop prepared for it, just in case something like this happened. So I bought a laptop and was going to the coffee shops and getting into the internet and doing my internet stuff and creating some contacts through real estate. And I started working for this rehab for free. I told them I work for free, just train me. So I said, I got some internet skills. So whenever you get a house, I'll put up on the internet and help you sell it. He said, sure, fine. So, for several months, I was getting his properties that he was getting to put them on the internet, getting people to bringing traffic to his houses, and at the same time, I was getting their email address and their phone numbers before I passed to him. So I was building my buyers list for real estate. So after a while, he and I parted, but I had a list of buyers, so I started doing the real estate myself. So I had several. I had about 8 or 9 houses on a contract, and I got two deals out of all of that. But I also understood that before I can get a contract, there's going to be. I was under the impression that you had to have 100 failures before you have one. So I was in that mindset already. So those 8 contracts that fell through, and over those 10 that fell through, wasn't that all that big, because I knew that was part of the process. It was part of my growth as well. And also living in my car also helped me to really look at life differently, and to really realize how precious life is and how precious the things that we do have are. That other people in other countries don't even have some of the things that a lot of people in a lot of countries that don't have what we have, and a lot of us are complaining about it. So I kind of got my mind right while I was living in the car. I did that for 7 months. And even while I was in the car, I wrote a book. I got 2 real estate deals. I wrote a book, and I learned a whole lot about myself while living in the car. Go figure. So I guess it took I guess my wife said it was a hard time. It was probably a hard time for her, from us being apart and knowing that I'm living in the car and she was sleeping comfortably. She didn't take too kindly to that. She didn't really like it, but she knew what I was trying to do, so she supported me. And that was, I have a ride or die chick. I'm going to say that right now. I love my wife, and I got a good one. And in fact, she still supports me to this day. So after that, after I got my 2 deals, we were able to move into an apartment. We got our apartment, and I got a promotion on a job. So now I was out of the car, but it seemed like when I got out of the car, my attention to detail, and my drive went down a little bit, because I got comfortable again. So I had to refocus again, and then I got into internet marketing. Then I met my mentor, who's now my business partner, Myron Golden. I went to one of his seminars, and I got into one of his programs, and he and I have been talking ever since. So that's where I am now, and I'm building my digital marketing program. I got the digital marketing, and I'm building that, and I'm going to use that to create enough income to buy the real estate, because I'm finding out that like I said, I'm on a site called Bigger Pockets that has to do with real estate investors. And there was a guy that had Brandon. He had a article that talks about, it basically was saying, I forgot what I wanted to say what the title is, basically saying that, you really don't make your money in real estate, you make your money in business. And that article blew up. I mean, it went on for months, because, a lot of real estate investors are set on the idea that investments, real estate is the key to everything. But, he said this guy worked for a lot of wealthy people. A lot of those wealthy people own businesses that they use to buy real estate. And I looked at that argument and read a lot of the discussion back and forth from both sides. And I said to myself, I'm on the side where you build a business and grow your money fast. A lot of people say, what do they say? Overnight successes, or either, money fast, trying to make money fast is a scam. Not really. People in the digital marketing world are doing it all the time. You have guys get into digital marketing, 2 months later, they're making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 per month. So it is possible to make money fast, especially in the digital marketing space, because a lot of small businesses are waking up and realizing that those big billboards that's costing you $10, $12, $14,000, you have to make a commitment to that much. You can get more traffic going through Facebook and using the other means of social media and the internet to grow your business that way, and you can do it faster. So once I discovered that, I jumped all in, and got like my boss. This is my business partner. This is one of his mentors, which is Russell Brunson. And then I started getting to started looking at a lot of the digital marketers and what are they doing. And these guys are 20 and 30 years old, making millions and millions of dollars per month. They're making unbelievable sums of money because they're dealing with businesses. Businesses have the money. So if you have business to make more money, they're going to pay you well. So that's where I am in my journey right now. So I just want to put this together and let you guys know who I am. I'm a digital marketer. I'm also a graphic designer. I've had a business, graphic design, screen printing. I have a plotter, so I do my own custom T-shirt designs. I've done recycling. And I've had 2 projects funded by investors. One was actually 3. One was $120,000. One was $500,000, and another one recently just a few $1,000s for my equipment. So you gotta be a charismatic person, a person that people trust to really grow your business. So I've proven that I am that type of person because people have invested in me, and I am still working to make a ROI on that money. Even though something was 20 years ago, I still have in my heart to do something for those first people that believed in us. I told them I'd never give up, and I mean that, and I meant that to the bottom, every fiber of my being. So this is my story, and the story continues, and it will be one of more success. So this is part 1. Part 2 is going to be a little better, and part 3 is going to be when I achieve what I'm trying to achieve. So this is Michael Williams with True Outlaw Consulting. I wish all of you the best, and see you in my next video.